Hey guys, this is Charles, also that's Dr. Vieto. What's up, my homies? A dicka boo boo. This is basically just a little clarity of the last video I made about how Malcolm X is actually titled with Fidel Castro, Khrushchev, CIA, and many other types of political, financial, military leaders over the decades. And, obviously for the last few months, I've been making videos here on YouTube and other parts of the internet. I know that people can also perhaps know who I am before making these videos, meaning that people around my neighborhood must have saw them too. This is kind of like a little clarification message to the people out there who saw my videos based on indirect signs I've been getting. I'd like to give one example. I found earlier today on my way home from on my way to work from home, I met a daughter and mother on the elevator, and I usually see them every other day or every few days, whatever. And recently, they explained. I mean, I said like, good morning, and they didn't really say good morning back really. And as we were going down the elevator, I started to hear the daughter say something about like, "Oh, I hate that guy. I hate him," something like that. And I was like, was she talking about me? Because she talks so low. She's like, "I hate that guy. I know I shouldn't be going into these little specific details." And then I had another situation where I met and still talked with this other guy. Basically, he works around in my area, within my neighborhood as well. And he's like, I told just like what a big guy like me said, like when he's saying a big guy like me. So basically, I'm assuming that you guys actually saw my videos along with many other people around my neighborhood. If you got something of a grudge against me, I don't know if you have any hatred towards me or whatever after I posted that video on YouTube and other websites. You cannot really hate me for this. This has been around for many months prior to me researching and putting this up on the internet. And you cannot really hate a person who's trying to send a message to you. At the same time, you admire someone that you don't know who and anything about. Ever since for the last, 3 years you only know this guy? Obama? He's only been around since early 2007, late 2006 as far as in the national-wide TV. So if you have any grudges against me, people who know me in my neighborhood, or you know who I am, my voice, what I look like, how about first things first, instead of showing so much hatred towards me, why don't you do some critical thinking? Or how about you become more aware of, type in some searches on YouTube. All you have to do is just type in Malcolm X equals Obama or the swine flu vaccinations, few keystrokes. That's all you have to do. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't really have the personal computer at my home. I had to go to the school, stay there for a couple of hours, and I didn't know much about the September 11th, 9/11 was an inside job type of thing. I was only a teenager, and just go home and just bring books from the local library, school library, and that was it. And I had to look at them for an easy 2 hours. With the internet, you can find a lot of things online. You'll find a lot of information that the news will never tell you. So you cannot blame me of your either ignorance or your closed-mindedness or absent-mindedness about this. And it's not about being harsh and insulting to you. No, I'm just a guy on here who's been volunteering his time towards this, towards a cause, who knew way before the presidential election that Obama and many other candidates up there are either rigged and or have their hand in this for many, many years for this to happen. Think about it. Why on earth that after 43 presidents, we now have one black president, the 44th president of the United States, being black all of a sudden after 230 years? Actually, let me show you something actually more obvious. This ruler, since I was a teenager, obviously is a little outdated. It only shows up to William Clinton. But look at this ruler here I have in my hand. I'll see if I can get a scanner here. You see this ruler? It shows all the 42 presidents of the United States of America, the presidents of our country. It's from GHI. We put the care back in healthcare. Thanks to my mom, she's part of healthcare industry. You can see starting from here, or I should say start from here, George Washington, all the way over. How many years later, past Harry Truman, past Woodrow Wilson, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Lyndon B. Johnson, John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, George Bush Sr., and up to William Clinton. And add George Bush at the end, they're pretty much all white. And it's not about being racial, but based upon how society looks at each other, that's what has been about. Now, all of a sudden, this black person, you just add Obama at the end of this ruler thing, along with George Bush underneath it. You got yourself a black person. Okay, you want to tell me why has this been not occurring for 230 years? Ignorance not is only bliss, but what you don't know can still hurt you. And if you like to be in denial about anything and everything an average guy out there is telling you, where you could go online and yourself and do a few keystrokes. You know how to go on the computer, you got headphones to the library or whatever, just watch some videos on here. At least. You don't have to really read first. Just watch, be visual about it, be obvious, make some observations and inferences, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, and if you do know me again, please, feel free to talk. Feel free to have a conversation with me. I maybe look intimidated, I may look like I'm pissed off or detached because of what's going on lately, and especially after what I did a couple of days ago. I can still talk. It's not a problem. That's the thing I hate about what's going on too on the internet or in general with people, that they don't have the guts or the audacity to talk to you directly, but like to use text messages or like to use Twitter on your shitter and MySpace and no face and Twiddledee of Facebook with no face, whatever it's called. Guys, it's simple logic and reasoning. I know what you're feeling out here in my neighborhood, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that you would look up to Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., you looked up to Louis Farrakhan, you looked up to Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, but they had either their hand in it or knew something about it for many decades. What can I say? This is what has been occurring. I mean, what else do you want me to say? Oh yeah, by the way, if anyone's trying to interfere with my computer network, my internet connection, I know who you are. It's easy. Stop invading my computer, because there's certain things that I'm starting to see wrong with it. So something wrong with my desktop. Something wrong with my with the spyware and such. I'm not computer illiterate. I know a thing or two about it, and all I can do is talk to my networks about this too. If you read my IP address and everything else, and you want to interfere with my computer program and knowing what I'm doing, the videos I'm watching, hey, that's what happens when you see the truth. You interfere, you get what you get, and I hope it's worth it. So guys, I'll say in general, just have an open mind. Understand that this is what's going to occur. It's hard, yes. I was shocked by it too, but this is what can have been occurring. This is Dr. Guest Sign out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy New Year. Happy last of a good New Year, I would say, because with what's going on, check the links to the sidebar again. Executive orders regarding about martial law related in the Philippines and having martial law. This is what may occur. Have a nice day, guys.